Hello everyone, how's it going? So usually I don't do commentary videos on the main channel, but I want to try and speedrun this. I was thinking of doing 100%, but the thing is getting all the collectibles and watching the VHS tapes, I feel like would just take too long, so I'm just going to rush through it. Now I've played enough of this game to feel like I am confident enough to have a decent shot at this, but the game is still very glitchy and prone to crashing. So if that happens, I'm just going to cut my losses because, yeah, it's not exactly the most stable of games, even after several patches. So this is where Poppy is telling us that this place is worse than hell. She's going to go up to save Kissy Missy, which I don't know how a tiny doll who's like, what, 3 inches tall is going to do anything. I don't think she's made of porcelain, even though she looks like she is. I think she's made of just pure plastic. But even then, yeah. Alright. So first thing we're going to do is grab the battery. Now I'm not going for any world record or anything, I'm just doing this for fun because, yeah, I'm just trying not to be so stressed out about it. I feel like whenever I've watched speedrunners, they're always so stressed about everything. So I'm just going to do this casually. Whatever happens, happens. Already made my first mistake. Also, I'm not used to playing on PC, and I am 35 years old, so my fingers don't work as well as they used to. But that's not what she said. Oh, I didn't fuck up the swinging. That's good. Alright. I also am playing on low settings because this game is prone to crashing when you play on high settings. Unless you have like a juggernaut of a PC. Alright, there's supposed to be like 3 collectibles here, but again, I'm not going for the collectibles. If you want a 100% guide, I have that link below. I got everything. And I'm actually pretty proud of myself that I found everything on my own. Like, I watched that guy, Super Horror Bro, and he put a video out that says 100% VHS tapes. I'm like, wait, this isn't 100% of it. So, yeah. The guy put out a video. I get why he did it. It's like he had the rush to do everything. Like the fact that he found so many of them so effectively, but he's missing like 2 or 3 of them, I believe. So here we just have to scare them off until they break the... I think that's it. No. I love these headphones. Like, I got these from Nintendo. Like, I bought them from the Nintendo store. You can literally adjust the sound using just this little knob here, which is freaking amazing. But yeah, I mean, he did a really good video and everything. I didn't watch his End and Explain video yet because I tend to not watch people's other content when I'm like making my own, because I feel like it'll influence my own content, so I just don't look at them. And mostly when you do content creation, you usually don't just look, you usually spend more time making your own stuff than you do looking at other people's and what they're doing. So there was another collectible here, that's unfortunately Riley. They still need to fix that, like I was pressing E, didn't work. So, there are 2 collectibles here, the one on the body, there's a VHS tape right there, but again, just going forward. I will say that this is dramatically improved since its launch. When it launched, this game was so utterly broken to unplayable portions. But they fixed a lot of it, but it's still prone to high crashing. I also, like, before playing this, I got the versions on Xbox, which had achievements. I got all the achievements in those versions of the game. And it's actually pretty surprising how better balanced everything is. Like, I was dreading replaying that, especially with the catnap fight. They fixed it. Like, everything was so better balanced. It's still challenging. If you screw up, you could still fail very easily, but I just love the fact they changed everything. Here's Dr. Sawyer. I especially love the fact that you don't have one-shot deaths anymore. Like, I want to make sure my mic's working, so the sound's going to cut off. Yeah, the mic's still working. But like I said, I like that they took out one-hit deaths for a lot of the enemies. I know there were some people who were pissed off about that. I saw that in the reviews. I like it a lot more. Like, the fact that you could just do one mistake and you die instantly, I hated that. Like, I feel like that's something that needs to be removed from these types of games because it's not fun. Like, it's just like, oh, you made a tiny mistake, well, you're dead, go back to the last checkpoint. I feel like giving a player 2 or 3 chances is really good. Especially with the nightmare critters, which are the new enemies in this game. They make it that, it makes just sense. Like, these small things that you can literally just step on. Like Isaac Clarke from Dead Space. Like, just step on them. It just makes no sense that they would be a threat to someone who's a full-grown man. At least I think we're playing as a dude. Like, we could easily be playing as a woman. Like, my theory is that we're playing as Rick, who's like the, one of the shipping guys. Like, he seems like a very nice dude, and he cares about the people who work under him. Basically, the story is that he was given the position by Stewart, who was his previous person. The previous person in charge, because he felt like Rich would go put the employees first over everything else. I missed. Fucking idiot. And I feel like that's who we're playing as. Like, because they don't know exactly what's going on, but they have a heavy idea of what they think is going on. I'm not gonna get the Lemon Easter egg because it takes a couple of seconds to do that, so. I got stuck there. Close the door. Those are the nightmare critters. I don't really know the difference between them and the regular. I think it's because these are under the control of Dr. Sawyer. Maybe that's why. They also have, like, teeth. So maybe that's why. I missed. Fucking hell, man. But yeah, it is way better balanced. Like all the games now. The only issue is that they don't update the previous games with all the advances of the newer games. Like, for example, Episode 2 doesn't have chapter select. It only has reset checkpoint for some reason. I really hope they add chapter select to that or whatever. In this, they don't have chapter select at all. They have, like, save points, which I guess are okay, but I feel like chapter select would have just been better. Another major issue that I know that it won't, that's why I'm not doing all collectibles, is because they reset the collectibles whenever you leave an area. I really hope they fix that for the Xbox, PlayStation release, because
let's test the response to
there's definitely going to be a trophy about collectibles. Alright, here we have to scare them off and survive, I believe. The thing is, they're not scared by flares unless you hit directly at them. I don't get why there are so many, honestly, I would buy one of these, like in real life. Like, they look pretty cool. I like the catnap one, but they're way too expensive. They're like $40, $30. I'm like, I'm not paying that amount. Like, if it was 15 bucks, maybe, but I guess the quality would go down. They also, like, you can see the tails are very glitchy. And like I said, if you want 100%, just go watch my no commentary walkthrough where I found everything. I wonder if there's going to be an achievement where it's like, don't lock any of the doors. You see, if this was one-shot kill, I would have been dead already. I'm so glad they took that out. The frame rate's a bit chugging because I limited it to, like, I think I limited it to 30. No, it's 60 still. It's just that it's low resolution. Trying to make sure this thing does not crash. I'm pretty sure I've made it to the end. They're not opening doors anymore. Oh no, never mind. When they start to crash through, that's when I've made it to the end. There it is.
I have seen enough. Thank you. You may proceed.
Alright, I forgot about the passcodes. Fuck Christ, man. Alright, I'm just doing this raw. C32553255. That's you see, that's one of the things why I can't be a speedrunner at all. I'm never gonna memorize all those codes. This is also very annoying. I never know where to grab.
I'm at 10 minutes 23 seconds according to OBS. I'll put another timer on the screen from Adobe Premiere. The little crappy one. I really hope they don't have another one of those achievements that require you to not use the grab pack a certain amount of times. To add that in Chapter 3. I think it would call it resistance something? I don't know. But I put a guide up on that as well. That's the warden's office. You can get a tape in there along with Cole's first diary entry. He was one of the guards stationed here. He was one of the good people. But the tape was basically the warden during when the prototype escaped, and he made a deal with Dr. Sawyer in exchange for the Omni hand, which gave him security clearance to get out alive. But of course the doctor tricked him and used the security clearance to release all the prisoners. See, that did not work. It should have worked. I mean, I get it, he was desperate, but at the same time he should have known this guy's not to be trusted. Alright, there's another collectible here. I forgot what this one is about. If you have a tough time going through this, just press up on the keyboard, W basically. It automatically moves you forward when you're shimmying across stuff like that. This is another passcode I don't remember. You can tell I really prepared for this. Like I said, I just decided to do this on a whim because if I don't do it now, I'm probably going to regret it. And, alright, 3624. 3624. And I'm stupid. 3642. I'm an idiot. See, I'm not smart. I can't even spell the word cage. Which is ironic because I was dating an author once. She wrote like several books. Her mother was also an author. And I'm supposed to be a journalist, so even more embarrassment. But as you get older, you realize being an adult just means screwing up as little as possible and hoping for the best. The good thing about low settings is that you don't really need to use the flashlight. Alright. Ooh, perfect slide. Nice. Is it good? Yeah, it should be good. Please be good. Yes! Alright, next up is Yarnaby. God, this thing was so freaking glitched when the game first came out. Like, you would go into the safe areas and he would just grab you out of them. And he could see you inside them. Like, I saw a couple of reviews, people saying, oh no, Yarnaby's too easy now, scale it back. I'm like, no, do not fix it. It's better now. I was like, leave it alone.
You know, I never thought I'd see another like you. A human. Certainly not an employee like you. But something makes you different. I can tell that much.
That's why I think this is rich.
I can't say what exactly.
Because he was in a position where he knew enough of what was going on, but he was also low enough that someone like Dr. Sawyer would not know about him. Like, he was down in the shipping yard, so he knew what things were happening. Like when Huggy escaped and killed all those hikers. Like he would be in a position where he would know something sketchy was going on, but not enough. And plus, he would probably be aware of what happened to the employees and all that. So here he is. For those who don't know, Yarnaby has basically been domesticated by Sawyer, so he'll listen to all his commands. Like, apparently, Yarnaby was very loyal to everyone. Like, he would basically, he was a dog, basically. And Sawyer used that to his advantage to basically have isolated sessions with it, to the point that he broke its morale, and now it only obeys him. Our ally, Mr. Doughy. I'm really proud of that short I made about him and Poppy. Like, it took a long time to make that short, but I'm so glad. It looks really great. Alright, here I have to come here. I remember there's another document by Cole right there. This time that one details about Stanley, who is another worker. He was feeding the experiments, and the guards knew it was a bad idea, but they let him do it because he was such a good guy, until he decided to try and feed Boxy, who's probably the most violent of the experiments, and he nearly died. And when he visited Stanley in the infirmary, Stanley told him what he knew. Like, he was overhearing that these experiments were kids once and people, and that's why he's been like doing everything. And then Rich didn't know this. He literally was just like, oh wait, now I remember. Not Rich, this is someone else. I forgot. Cole. That was Cole who was the one. That videotape that's right there, that one is about the other scientists deciding to kill Dr. Sawyer because despite being a genius and the head of this project, they need him. They decide to do something horrible to him. They're going to evil within him with Ruvik. If you haven't played The Evil Within, you're missing out. Absolute Giga Chat of a game. Underappreciated, and unfortunately Microsoft killed it because they dismantled Tango Gameworks, and then Tango Gameworks is now part of Krafton, who are the people behind PUBG. So we're never gonna get an Evil Within 3. It was so stupid. It was like, we need to get into the Japanese markets. And they're like, you have a successful, prominent Japanese studio under your belt, Tango Gameworks, founded by the creator of Resident Evil, and you decide to shut it down. Like, I don't understand the mentality there. I really just wanted an Evil Within 3. Alright, so this is where we get the last note for Cole, where he gets trapped into one of the prisons by the experiments. And we get a videotape of Stella Grayberg and Lilith talking about her involvement in the project and how much she first was scared about everything happening, but then she decided, you know, it's fine. Piano source. What I never really understood here is how they eat them. Like, they're made of plastic. I get that they have like living humans inside them, they're living toys, but how do they eat them? Like, you hear that and you're just like,
now that hit the spot. I haven't eaten in weeks. Hiya there, pal. Don't worry, I won't eat you.
yet.
I'm Doughy. I was told to expect you. This way.
Honestly, I do like Doughy's design. Like the other characters, Huggy Wuggy, Catnap, Mommy Longlegs, they just seem very like off-brand FNAF characters, but at least with Doughy, he actually feels very original. Like his hands going together, symbolizing the kids that are inside him. All of that. Oh yeah, this is where we get another VHS tape where the employees are talking about disposing more people. Like dozens of people from the factory and everything have been eaten, and Like, they're just disposing of the bodies, which I'm just like, wouldn't people like notice that dozens of people are going missing?
There's some nasty balls in this
Maybe it's
place,
just me.
but I can get you across. Oh yes, definitely.
I also like how the music is so off-brand, like a carousel. Alright, don't fuck up here. You can easily miss a jump.
So, have you seen Poppy anywhere?
So Dowie is made of
All he
3
said
kids,
to you
Matthew, Kevin, and Jack from the beginning of the game with the whole
Also
cinematic.
said he can trust you.
He was there, but the problem is that Dowie can't control his emotions, and all 3 personalities are constantly fighting for control. Currently, Matthew and Jack are in control, but when there are extreme moments of anger, let me remember this, 30,
You can't get
21, I
through
believe.
here.
Got it.
Hey, pal.
You see, I am really good at memorizing, like, codes.
You check out there. I'll look back here. Can this help?
So, let's do this. There we go. You have to put them in order or it doesn't work. I believe that's correct. They just can't, like, overlap. This is another letter we can get here is for reconnaissance.
Over here.
I'm at 20 minutes. Fucking Christ. Oh my god, I'm lost. I'm making mistakes left and right. Fuck, that was stupid. Just keep going. Right
Our
down here.
generator's in a pretty bad state, so we try to keep the power off in here.
So there are 3 gears
Turn it
here.
on for you, though. It'll open a door downstairs. Here! Use this.
Right, that should open the gate. That. That's the gear I need. There's one more I need. There it is. Went the wrong way because I'm dumb. What the fuck?
Would be a straight shot
Oh
from here,
god,
bud.
that was so bad. That was
Probably
so
some of our
bad.
defenses ready. Guess I'll see you inside.
Alright, so here this is where we get that letter from Jack that's delivered to Jack's parents telling him that their son can live. They're just going to use him as them as an experiment as part of Dowie's rehabilitation to see if he can recognize outside patterns. And most importantly, if he can control his emotions. Alright, here's a cutscene. I lost probably a minute on that. There's the prototype. We're gonna get into safe haven.
We should be able to make it into the safe haven from there. When I say so, we go.
So we get several collectibles here. There's a tape right there. Some of the and the tapes are one of the construction of the facility down here and how Warren Badge was against the idea. The second collectible is Ollie and Poppy and how Ollie helped Poppy keep going forward despite all the experiments she went through. And then we also get a letter showing that this entire facility was this panic room was constructed on purpose. They made it for the employees in case something bad happened. In case like this happened. But no one made it in. We're gonna find that out later. There's gonna be another document detailing Dory's creation with Kevin and Matthew, along with a letter of the employees who escaped, but unfortunately were trapped in the Foundation area.
He's out there.
Yarnaby is probably gonna be the more difficult. Like Yarnaby can go point A to point B. Like literally, Yarnaby's situation can either go really bad or really good. Like whether the AI lets you, gives you a lot more freedom or not.
Locking down safe haven. Reactivating the
Like once you get past Yarnaby, the doctor is actually far easier than
Over
Yarnaby.
here.
Because with Yarnaby, it's a one-shot death, but with the doctor, they give you a lot more forgiveness, which thank God.
Get some
Like the
rest,
doctor's
okay?
fight is separate into 3 parts. Now I have to sit through this entire cutscene. I think we do.
Didn't know it had gotten this bad.
Oh, we don't. Okay, never mind. He just teleported in.
Can we really trust her this time?
Oh, I do have to sit through it. She has to say everything.
The orphans weren't killed during
So I just have to wait here until he's triggered. So she's just stating that basically the prototype kidnapped all the orphans. If you saw my 100%, you already know that Poppy was involved in the Hour of Joy. Like she wanted to leave the facility, but the prototype used the carnage to kill everyone in the factory and rescue the orphans in a way. Like he technically saved them from turning into people like Dowie. And the situation is that Poppy knows that he's right, that they can't leave. Like if they get to the outside world, they won't have anything. They'll starve to death because there's no way they'll find the food that they need in order to survive. But most importantly, if they're ever found out, they'll be hunted and killed. Like you really think that if anyone sees something like this, that they won't kill it? Like they'll either kill it or do something worse with it, like put it into like a freak show or something. You can see here that there's a bunch of murals that it's about them starving. You can see Poppy left us, all that stuff.
Hiya, pal. Got something I want to talk to you about. In here.
You can hear from the cracks in his voice and all that. That's the different personalities coming out. Matthew, Jack, Kevin, all of them.
I heard what you did above.
I just love his design with the hands
You
and everything.
survived.
So I just have to wait
It's all
here
true.
until he says everything. In this part, the generator is what gives them the energy to sustain the facility and the safe haven. It runs on a
They called
closed
him
grid.
the Doctor.
And again, it was built on
Dr.
purpose. You get a
Harvey
collectible
Sawyer.
in the infirmary stating that
He
this
was the
entire
scientist
area was built
in charge
just
of
to make sure
creating
that people who got in here would be safe until rescue came.
Us.
And we have to kill Dr.
Don't
Sawyer.
know
He's
where
like,
he
he has
is,
the Omni
how
hand.
he's still alive, but he works with the prototype,
I just have to wait through this.
hunting us, starving us, making us sick, and he controls it all with an Omni hand, we think. The executives used them.
Yeah, the warden had one.
Battery, a key, the master control to anything in the entire factory. And with it, he commands everything down here. Everything but this. Runs completely on its own grid, away from the prison.
Just have to keep
For
waiting.
a time, it kept us safe.
Trying to focus.
But now,
I might as well look
I
up the
need you to
passcode for
stop
that.
the doctor. To take his Omni hand. We'll need it for the generator. And if you want red smoke in the Foundation, you'll need it too. The toys out there in Safe Haven. They're my family. I understand what Poppy wants, what she believes is right.
Alright.
Destroy the factory, destroy him. But I ask you to consider, if we throw everything away, everyone, just to kill the prototype.
The thing is, Dowie is just acting on
How much
pure passion.
we waste.
I get what he's trying to say. He cares for them, and there's a the final VHS explains that Dowie actually got out. He almost escaped the facility, but he went back because he understood if he left, all of them would be dead. They wouldn't have anyone to protect them, to get supplies for them, nothing. They would be completely gone. He came back of his own volition. Like, that's what makes Dowie such a great character. He's constantly battling between these three personalities, while at the same time, he's also a very generous... He's his own individual person, basically. He's just trying to help. And I get what he's trying to do, but the reality is that you can't save them.
Please.
Like, Poppy understood that. Like, there's always been that insidious feeling about Poppy. She knows that, and they have to destroy everything. Like, we still haven't got why they did all this. Like, the theory is that Elliot Ludwig commissioned all this just to save his daughter, who was basically terminally ill. It's basically the story from Dragon Age Inquisition with the Magisters. When you meet Dorian and that Magister, I can't remember his name, he sided with... I can't remember his name, God. I'm bad with names. He sided with him, Crevifius. He sided with him to save his son. But his son didn't want anything to do with it. And in the end, his son ended up still dying. Alright, let's see if I remember this puzzle. So this is where the people who survived the Hour of Joy fled to, who were in the bottom of this facility. The problem is they couldn't get into that safe haven because the experiments cornered them everywhere. And they were just basically waiting for the end. It's like what happened with Cole when he got trapped inside the guard cell. But along with all the other prison guards, he's just like, we all knew what was happening here, or at least we knew that what was happening was not good, and we still went along with it. So maybe we deserve this. That's why I think we're playing as Rich. Alright, please don't glitch. This place is very... Yeah, you can see there are textures loaded in like that. Alright, the Yarnarby fight. Alright. Okay. God, so glad they fixed this. Please don't die, please don't die. Alright. There's one collectible in the next area, the propaganda flyer. Gotta wait here. Turns around. I can't go yet. He'll see me. Should be good. Made it. The next section. Alright, this is where real stuff starts to happen. see him anywhere. Okay, just... Alright. Oh, we did it! Now the only part that's left that's really hard is Doughy. Unless I fuck up the other. Let's just think about that. The next collectible is, I believe, here. It details how important Doughy is. Two of the critters went to look for supplies. Unfortunately, one of them gets maimed. And only Doughy is basically the one capable of finding supplies and ferrying them back to the area.
Oh, it's you! Is the doctor... Don't suppose he is then? I've been here gathering parts for the generator. Lads! Hurts!
Gotta leave him.
He's made it impossible for me to get around here.
Oh my god! Oh god. Oh my god. Seriously? I'm just gonna keep going.
Ah, and here you are. Just as I expected. It appears you are every bit what the prototype is. And to think Playtime had someone of such rare quality and never noticed. Funny. I can't say I remember seeing it. Curious. Why come back? It can't be that a failed was the only reason. Was there someone you loved here? Someone you lost? Was it the pain of not for sure that one here?
Alright, this puzzle.
The experiments killed everyone, including whoever you came back for. You know that, right? Yes? Bobby told you her story, of course. Innocence is bliss. And she is oh so innocent. Did she tell you her part of the hour?
So like when I said he evil within everyone, he evil within everyone.
You realize realize the futility of this project.
I wonder if I could just input the code. We'll see. We can. Let's see if I do this without the mask. What happens? Fuck it, right? I didn't take the mask even. What just happened? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Just like them, a blind, scurrying little rat. You think poor Yarnaby was my wee pet? You know far less than you believe.
That went better than I thought it would.
Moral high road. Is that what you believe? Dear friend, let me illuminate for you an obvious truth.
Gotta wait for this to play out.
Necessitates
I mean, this isn't really a choice. I have to do it. Like, he's like, stay in this room and starve to death, or like,
if you want to leave this room,
take the life of this critter. Like, this thing has been trying to kill me. Why wouldn't I fight back?
Yours. You know what you have to do. Just the slightest pull, and you snuff whatever minuscule bit of light still flickers behind those faraway eyes.
That thing will kill me if given the chance.
Would do it. Poppy would do it. It's your mission. The door will open. Or is maintaining the veil of your morality.
What veil? Like, I've already murdered dozens of these things. Like, what veil are you talking about? I've killed like dozens of these things.
You do understand. Good, good. Come now.
I'm just not gonna think about it.
See which of us
When I don't think about
this
this boss, I actually do it really efficiently. So I'm just not gonna think about it.
off somewhere. Somewhere. Far. Beyond this place. Beyond any place.
I know I shouldn't probably be looking through my phone while doing this, but
For whom does it
resets my, like, anxiety. It's like, okay.
A wounded little pup lifts its head beneath the shadow of the Master's raised foot. For whom does that bell now toll? Not even the ground beneath your feet.
I love the fact that this boss isn't one-shot kill. Like, it's already intense as it is. But the fact... I know it's just like I like it because, as I stated earlier, I just hate the fact that if you make one mistake during certain sections in the first 3 chapters, you're instantly dead. Just one tiny mistake, that's it. I like the fact here is like, it's a little more forgiven. Well, not too forgiven. If you still screw up too much, you literally die. So at that point, it's not because the game is like artificially hard, it's because you screwed up. Like, I think a lot of people will forget about that level of forgiveness. It's like, with that level of forgiveness, if you still screw up, it's on you. It wasn't the game's fault, unless, you know, falling through the floor like I did. It's more about you did not, you didn't focus, you didn't take it seriously enough. It's like in Elden Ring. Once you even find out the broken builds of that game, it doesn't matter, because if you don't take the game seriously, it will literally wreck you in. Like, Melania will still beat your... Like, I think actually Malakoff is harder than Melania. Melania is not that hard once you know how to beat her. Like, Malakoff still has the little, like, parkour abilities. If you're a melee build, you understand what you understand.
I'll bury myself so far down that no one will ever find me. Not you. The prototype. Not anyone.
Trigger this one. There we go. Whatever way you're going is where it'll trigger. So you go the opposite direction.
It was going to be mine.
This is the best way to take. Like, if you take the front way, you face a lot more of these things. But if you take this back way, you only face one.
I was the one.
You can actually die here. It happened to me once. You have to hold back on the keyboard. So if you die here, hold back on the keyboard. Because for some reason, these 2 front enemies, they can still attack you. So you just hold back or tap the back on the keyboard. Up there is where Sawyer's lab is. I didn't get the key card, so can't get it, but if you want to know how to get it, I have videos about that. It's actually very interesting. It shows that after Dr. Sawyer was placed into that, placed into STEM, basically, he made a deal with the prototype in exchange for gaining freedom. He would help him with the Hour of Joy. I missed. But then he betrayed the prototype. I guess he probably wanted the children for more experiments or something. I'm not sure. If you know, tell me in the comments below. But either way, he betrayed. The prototype tried to get to him, but apparently the prototype couldn't get close enough because it needed the Omni hand, or it needs security access in order to get to him. And the prototype doesn't have that, as far as I can tell. Plus, fighting all those robots probably wouldn't have been the easiest for the prototype, considering that it's like some sort of giant spider-like creature. Honestly, I don't think that thing's gonna live up to what it is. Whatever it is, it's probably gonna be very just basic. Because it's been hyped up for so long, that's gonna be, I feel like next to impossible to live up to it. I could be wrong, there's always that, but I don't know, the way I see it, that it's just not gonna live up to it. Let's see how the, like, I'm almost certain the boss fights are gonna be like a Capcom boss fight when they just mix everything together. You're gonna fight it's probably gonna turn into like living metal, like the main enemy from Terminator 2. I forgot what it was, the T-1000. No, the T-1000 is Arnold Schwarzenegger. But that's what I think is going to happen. It's just going to become like this living metal creature and just mold into the various animatronics we fought before, like Mommy, Huggy, Catnap, and then we're going to fight all those boss fights in one after another. Alright, we're reaching towards the end. I'm at 51 minutes according to OBS. There's only one section that I am really unsure about. And like I said, I'm just going to plow through if I fail it. It is the leap. There's a branch you have to grab onto when your Doughy's chasing you. That is the only thing that is going to get me concerned because I'm still not confident in my swinging ability. Oh yeah, we still have to do the foundation. I forgot about that. The puzzle there. I always forget about that part. And I missed the jump. Alright, this is where we do this generator puzzle.
You have it! The Omni Hand! Then
Who's Bruno?
we can do this. You have no idea what this means. It's everything. You've done what none of us ever could. Given us hope. And believe me, down here, that's worth something. Take a minute to catch your breath. I'm sure the others would love to talk with you. Doughy and I will be in the generator room.
The thing is, none of them want to talk to us. They don't say anything. Alright. This is another cutscene, you just have to wait for it to pass.
Good. You're here. Let's get started. Losing the doctor? It'll have gotten the prototype's attention. He'll be scared. He knows he's losing now. And the orphans are all he has. Now's the time to get to the Foundation. Make everything ready.
Look, we need to talk about this. We shouldn't... Just give it a second.
Ollie? You there? What's...
He's outside!
Ollie?
He's outside!
Who's... Oh no. You need to distract him, Doughy. Please. Keep him away from here.
Without the generator...
I know, but he can't get in here. Not now. Just buy us some time. You'll have to fix the generator. Work quickly. You won't have a lot of time.
But I...
Trust us, Doughy. Trust me.
Just get the generator working. Please.
Alright.
I'll try to gather the others. Keep them safe. Ollie, if you can hear me, work with our friend here.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You can do this.
You heard her. Now let's get to it. First, you'll want to open the access panel on the generator. It's just a little door on the outside of the machine. Use the Omni Hand. Whenever you're ready, flip the breaker switch. Grab an external resistor. Now use the Omni tool to override the generator's... Pull it! Nice! Now put in a new one. It's done. We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Good.
You...
Can I
did
just
it.
rush for it?
I...
Guess I don't have to listen to her. It's still talking though. So the next set of collectibles would be the final note is in the control room, and then there's the VHS tape. I want it fit. I'm a dumbass. I am so fucking stupid. Why won't this square block it in the round hole? Like I said, I'm just gonna keep going. Surprised I got that so efficiently. Ugh. Score. See you later, Afronator. Be here all night. Got a blaze of a chance. Time to flare this gun. Nah, that was terrible. I don't even know where I was going with that. Boom goes the dynamite. Alright, there we go, I'm back.
The prototype. I lost track of him in the tunnels. Have you seen him? Was he at the Foundation? Or was he... What?
You can see all the red gas.
What's going on? He's... I let him away, didn't I? The generator's fine. It's... Oh, no.
Alright, we're reaching towards the end. Just try and not fuck it up.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I failed you.
It wasn't your fault, man. You
I was
tried your
never what
best.
Any of you needed.
It wasn't even his
I was
fault.
only made to hurt things. My fault. My fault.
Kevin taking over.
Hurt. Everything hurts. Hurt back. Always hurt back.
Kevin's taking over.
Parents, scientists, everyone have to. My friend.
That's Jack.
He killed my friend. You.
Kevin?
It all started with you. You and her. It was you who ruined everything!
Matthew taking over.
No, that's not true. They jump-started the generator. They destroyed everything! I'll kill you!
Alright, don't fuck up. That one leap. Honestly, here he looks like Pianosaurus. Like, does he become what he eats? You can see the faces. The below one is you can't tell whether. I think the one on the bottom is Jack. The one on the left is Matthew. And definitely the one on the top right is Kevin. This part always, the frame rates. Really hope doesn't crash. Oh wow, it's moving smooth. That's the first time it's ever been that smooth. Okay, this part. Did it? Oh my god. That's the last VHS tape.
Too loud!
That's the one detailing that Poppy was with the prototype the entire time.
Take hers! Take everything!
God, I thought the frame rate would have dipped here. This is where I thought the game would have definitely crashed. Now, knock on wood. No. Crash. If it crashes, I'll just keep going. Like, I'll just restart it. Alright, let's see if I can do this.
Hate her! Hate everything!
Oh, that should be it. I always get lost here, so let's hope that I don't this time. I mean, that counts as no deaths, because the only times I wouldn't say died, I had to reset the game because it glitched out.
You and Poppy! It's all your fault!
I didn't do anything.
We're to kill you! Kill everyone who...
This part is just so sad. He didn't deserve.
Trust anyone! The gentle voices lie! You lie!
He never say anything.
To be better. To be who they needed.
That was Kevin.
Smart enough. Not
This is
good
Matthew.
enough. Not.
And that's Jack.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It went from Kevin, Matthew, to Jack. We reached the end. I'm gonna say that the restarts that I had to do were not deaths, because I don't think it's fair to count them as deaths, considering that it wasn't my fault. It's literally that the game crashed or soft locked and I had to reset. So I'm gonna call that as deathless. So deathless speedrun.
Ollie!
1 hour,
Ollie!
9 minutes, 38 seconds.
You
This
hear
is,
me?
well, technically,
Ollie!
there's one last part, so it's not done over yet. This is where we find out Ollie was the prototype and everything.
What did you do? Why did you kill Dowie?
He attacked me and tried to kill me.
Understand what happened?
Yeah, he tried to kill me, so I killed him first.
Did you even plant the explosives?
Yep.
Ollie! Ollie, answer me! Please. Ollie! Something's gone horribly wrong. The safe haven...
Shelf ventilation block B6. Is this where you are, Poppy?
What?
Stay where you are.
And listen closely. You're not going to run. You're not going to fight. The charade is over.
Who is this?
Come on.
An obvious question with an obvious answer.
You... What did you do with Ollie?
I'm right here, Copy.
He killed him and then took his body.
I'll always
Be here.
The doctor, Catnap, Mommy and Huggy, they're all dead. You have nothing now. No one. And soon, you'll have less than that.
The tiny little...
You don't need to pretend.
The tiny doll's gonna do something.
You don't need to play at being stronger than you are.
You can
Come home.
How?
What if
How
the
much do you
prototype
know?
is Elliot?
This isn't right.
Or what if
All
it's
those
like
years.
a part of Poppy?
Was there ever an Ollie?
Yes, there was.
But that was a very long time ago. Let me tell you what comes next.
I'm going to
Come up there.
and I'm going to
Find you. Your collaborators. The few you have left, they will be dealt with.
What are you going to do with me?
I've got something special in mind.
I prepared it just for you.
And this one.
You will never want to leave.
No. No, no, no. This entire time, you've lied to me!
Only because you've kept
Missing the
point. We've taken the liberty of retrieving those explosives from the Foundation. Thanks for collecting them.
those, by the way.
I mean, they were literally
Put
like
them to good use.
right there.
I admit, though, I'm disappointed.
After all that time in your case, I'd hoped you'd see things
Differently. Don't you understand?
It's always been about you.
And we'll harm you. What we are. That's not a truth that can be brought away.
He said we.
No. Not when it can mean so much more.
Prototype. Please.
It's time to come home.
Poppy.
It's time to come home.
I can't go back in the case. I can't. I'm sorry.
Some friend, huh?
Don't worry, I'll find her.
As for
Kissy's the real one.
try to land on your feet.
Shields us from the explosives and tries to save our life. And her hand goes. That cutscene was so long. The most secure facility possible, the door just opened. I guess if it's the most secure place, likely they'll be like, there's no way they would need that tough of security because anyone who's found would just be shot. So this is technically the final tape, but it's mandatory, you need to use it. There we go, and that's done.
Hi.
1:15:03.
My name is Blake Pierre, and I'm the head of innovation here at Playtime Co. If you're seeing this, you must be very, very lost. Well, rest assured, friend, our state-of-the-art laboratory is just up ahead. Why don't you just go on inside and tap one of our scientists on the shoulder? Tell them you're lost. They'll be glad to help. All right. Let's be honest. You're not supposed to be here. This is the single most high security, high clearance section of the whole factory. When someone finds you down here, you will be shot. And before you get any ideas, don't think you can just sneak away either. No, the second you put this tape in, it set off an alarm.
And
So
there
if
it is.
home,
Looks like
exactly where
Kissy.
you
It's not
are.
Kissy.
Pretty nifty, huh? Security
Even though
is
they're both
very
missing an
important
arm.
to us here. If I were you,
It's gonna be a death match, Huggy versus Kissy. Dude, I killed you once. I can do it again. I just need some fire. And that's it. So that's my speed run. Probably the worst speed run ever, but you know, it worked out. I gave it a shot. So if you liked it, like, sub, share. It helps a great deal. That's it for me. Bye.